All right, hello everyone. It's Jordan with Cloud Underground here. Today I want to follow up a little bit on the virtual machine topic that I was talking about recently because I had a little bit of trouble getting a virtual machine to actually work, and I wanted to show off a virtual machine actually running today and actually show you some cross architecture VM stuff. So that should be kind of cool, so stay tuned. Um, but first, I'd like to say, for those of you who aren't familiar with Cloud Underground, which is the company that I work for, that I've been helping build with Nato and Laura, and a number of other really talented individuals. If you haven't heard of Cloud Underground, you should go to our website and check us out. So our website is cloudunderground, one word, .dev. So cloudunderground.dev. So check it out. This is the website. If you go to that address, you'll get here. You can, check out what we're all about. Check out let's see, some of the courses that we offer. So you can check out the gear that we're selling, as well as learn about who we are more. And then if you are interested in being part of our community, then you should join the DevSecOps Dojo, and that's done by following this link here and following the instructions to get onto our Discord server. That's where a lot of our community is super active, where we are around to answer questions. If something, you're working on this stuff and something should come up, you should hop in there because you can ask us questions, you can ask other users questions, and get help on stuff. So yeah, it's all really interesting, and yeah, we're a cool company that you should definitely look into and learn more about. So go to our website to do that. All right, let's hop into virtual machines here. So I've got our virtual machine manager up and running right now, and you can see I actually opened up Synaptic earlier, and when I did that I realized that we actually have a bunch of the QEMU packages that you need to do cross-platform virtual machines already built in to the Underground Nexus that we're using here. This particular Underground Nexus instance is running on NVIDIA Jetson Xavier AGX. So it's a pretty powerful piece of hardware. I believe it has 8 cores, CPU cores, and 32 gigs of RAM, and also like a number of CUDA cores, so it has some graphics processing power as well. So it's a cool piece of hardware. And we've got an instance of the Underground Nexus running on it, which is what you're looking at here. And yeah, like I said, I was looking at Synaptic and realized that we have a bunch of the stuff that we need already installed. So last time I was trying to get an ARM VM working on here, and oddly enough, I'm still having troubles actually getting ARM architecture to work on the ARM processor. But for some reason, it seems like our cross-platform VM stuff is working pretty well. So check this out. This is really cool stuff. We are going to create a new virtual machine. And under architecture options, okay, right now our default architecture is Arch64. That's an ARM architecture. All right, we're going to change it to x86-64. So that's your typical AMD 64 style architecture. So we're going to go forward with that architecture. So this is cross architecture. This is AMD 64 running on ARM. So we're going to click forward. We're going to browse for an image, and I've got a bunch of images, and last time I was trying to play with Parrot, and I'm going to do that again here. So we've got 2 versions of this Parrot architecture. One of them is ARM 64 and the other is AMD 64. We're going to use the AMD 64 one. So let's actually, and I'm not going to choose a volume, so we'll click browse local. We will select that AMD 64 ISO, open that. Okay, there's our AMD 64 ISO. It wants to know what it is. We'll call it Debian 12. Should be fine. Okay, we'll move forward. I'm going to go ahead and give this 2 gigs of RAM and 2 cores. All right, and we got plenty of memory. I could give it a little bit more, but I think for demo purposes, we'll keep it super slim. So let's go forward. We'll allow it to create a, we'll make it a 30 gigabyte disk, just so it's got plenty of room. Forward. Okay. Now we're going to click the Customize Configuration Before Install button. We're also going to change the name of it to Parrot VM. Okay. And we're going to go ahead and click Finish now. And that should bring up our options for this virtual machine here. So we're calling it Parrot VM, blah, blah, blah. We don't care about any of that. Okay, here's the really important thing that we need to do in order for this cross-architecture thing to work. We're going to go to CPUs, all right? And then rather than hypervisor default, okay, we're going to find QEMU64, and we're going to select QEMU64. And then I got to make this smaller so we can see the apply button down here. We're going to apply that, and now we can click Begin Installation. And let's see if it works again. All right, cool. So it's asking if we want to do graphical install, just install, advanced option. Let's just try a regular install. Let's see what happens here. I do not know what's going to go on from this point. It doesn't look to be doing anything. Okay. So I think it's just going slow. So we'll give it a moment. All right, now let's see. Starting system log daemon. Seems like a good sign. Let's expand it a little that way so we're not having to scroll. And we'll try and go down here. Okay, so it's trying to mount the volume and it's having trouble doing that. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. If it's not able to mount the drive, I might have to, here, let's take a look. So while it's trying to do all this, we can click on the info and see how our drive is set up. So, I mean, it's just default settings. I don't know. We'll see if it works. Go back here and see what's going on. No such file or directory. See, it may not matter. Well, we'll see. See how many errors we encounter in trying to install this thing. Excelente. So let's see, if I click here, we should be able to select our English language. That'd be great. We are in the US, that's great. It's not the fastest thing ever, is it? But that's okay. We just have to be patient. All right. One more language selector here. American English is good. Let's press enter. Scroll up, see if we can see what it's doing. Scroll down, scroll up. It's not doing anything. It is doing stuff. It's just gotta let it do its thing. And it's interesting because you can actually close this and you can see, you know, it's still running here. And then if we open it back up, you know, we'll see what it's doing. All right, we're installing, looks like. And this is a really slim image. operating system, so it should install quickly, hopefully. We're going to find out. The cool thing is that this is an AMD operating system that we are installing on an ARM architecture. So cross architecture VMs, yeah, pretty cool stuff. Okay. And even if we do fail on the install, you know, you can see that it is up and running, and we just need to get our settings correct to get everything going. Especially if it has to download things, this may be a little on the slow side. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think I actually am going to pause and wait for this bar to finish because it looks like it's going to be a minute. So I won't force you to watch all of this because there's been a lot of waiting already, I feel like. So be right back. All right, I'm back. It looked like it was moving, so I thought I'd hop back in. Of course, now that I've unpaused it, it's just a blue screen, but it should advance. There we go. So I think we're getting close to it being installed. We're going to find out here real quick. All right, please enter host name for the system. Let's say Parrot VM. I don't think we need that. We'll just click continue. And we'll see what happens next. So, you know, depending on what particular operating system you are trying to install, you may have different options than I do. So just keep that in mind. You know, this is only for Parrot. Yep, that's fine. Please select Parrot Archive Mirror. You should choose mirror in your content. Sure, that's fine. I don't think we need that. We'll skip the proxy. Let's see if it worked. Full name of my user, Jordan. Username for your account. Yep, that'll work. Choose a password. Super secure password. Let's check and make sure my super secure password's correct. Okay, right, perfect. This is super secure VM right here. All right, Eastern. Let's get my mountain time zone going. What's next? I mean, even if this doesn't install, you can see that the virtual machine it's running stuff. It's just whether or not we have the hardware all properly configured so that it can complete its installation. We're gonna find out soon. I'm thinking. Because this installation seems to be just plugging right along. I'm going to have to go get some more water here if this doesn't finish up soon. Come on. Loading components, configuring components, loading additional components. For such a small operating system, I guess we are, it's good to remember that we're only running on 2 cores and 2 gigs of RAM. I mean, maybe I should have given it more to try and speed up this whole process. Because if we're just starting the partitioner, and it seems like we probably still have some install to go, and you know, I might pause it again. We'll see. We'll see what happens at the end of this, because this looks like it's going relatively quickly, this partitioner. Figuring out where it needs to make its partition in the disks, I guess. I don't know. Guided, use entire disk. Let's go. That sounds great. So, and then just, you know, while we're waiting, we can also look at, you know, what are our options here in our virtual machine window. Yeah, that's fine. We'll just do all files in one partition. So, you know, under files, we got the view manager, which just brings this thing back up. Close and quit, you know, so nothing crazy there. Virtual machine, we can pause them, we can shut them down here. You can migrate them through this. I don't know that I've used that wizard, but you know, it probably works. We can take a screenshot. You know, under view, we can also get to some of these other options like, oh, well, maybe I'm wrong actually. Yeah, I guess we can just like look at details, snapshots. Oh yeah, okay. So here are the details, right? So if we do that, that's where we get to, and then our snapshots are over here, and of course we have no snapshots because we haven't really had one running. Sure, finish and do what you need to do. Alright, it's writing stuff to the disk. Hopefully that means this thing is almost done. Because yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much everything to you know, KVM here. It's not a super complicated program. It doesn't have a ton going on. You know, once you get your virtual machine going, you're in pretty good shape. Alright, you have not selected any pressure for swap space. Enabling swap space is recommended so that the system can make better use of available physical memory. If you do not go back to... We're just going to continue without swap. We're living on the edge here. No, let's go. Write the changes to disk. Yes, let's do it. See what happens here. It's only a 30 gigabyte disk, or is it 20? I can't remember if I changed this one or not. It's pretty small though. One way or another, it shouldn't take too long, one wouldn't think. Even this relatively small and like fairly simple VM, I feel like it just takes a long time to get these things installed. Or it can, you know, it'd probably be a lot faster if I'd given it more than 2 cores. 2 gigs of RAM as stated earlier. Oh, I guess the other thing we should say is you can send keys. So this is really useful because sometimes if you try and do one of those key combinations, like right, we'd be clicking into the window and then doing the key combination, but the host can see the key combination first, and so sometimes the host will run the operation rather than our virtual machine. So the send keys command is really useful for bypassing that, right? We can send something based on or through here, we can send a key command. That's not going to cause our host to do something like drop into TTY or something. If we do Control Alt F, any of these F keys, those will basically drop you into a TTY. So and this looks like it could take a while installing the base system. I thought we already installed the base system. What were we installing before if we weren't installing the base system? Like, good grief. I think I'm going to pause it since this looks like it's going to take a moment, and I will come back when it's getting close to being done. Okay, I'm back. That took the better part of an hour and a half or 2 hours or something. Took quite some time to get that going. That's okay though. So now it's asking us if we want to look for more scan extra installation media. We're going to say no on that. And we'll see if we get a working Linux distro here. More Parrot archive mirror. I thought I already did all this, but we'll do it again. Let's see if it can configure APT. Come on. It's a lot of hurrying up and waiting when you're installing this stuff. Okay, it looks like it's downloading some sort of file, retrieving. Oh, okay, we're moving. 14 of 16. (27 to 28). We keep moving and yet the bar doesn't move. Makes me slightly nervous. Although I feel like this is one of those bars that's going to be 33 and then it's going to be 100, but we'll find out. Nope. Going much more gradually, but at least it's going now. Come on, VM. I do like Parrot. It's a pretty cool Linux distro. It's kind of competing with Kali Linux. They're both, I think, Linux distros that are really tailored to people who want to do like penetration testing or, some sort of kind of like hacker or connection vulnerability testing sort of OSs. So both of them are pretty cool to play with, and I highly recommend you check out either Parrot or Kali. They're both definitely worth it. And hopefully I'll have a working version of Parrot here pretty quick. I mean, this installation's been going for a very long time. But, 2 cores, 2 gigabytes of RAM, it might be limiting us quite a bit. Anyway, hopefully it'll finish up here. I'm getting sick of waiting for these bars. This is definitely appearing to take a little bit, so I guess I'll pause the video again while we wait for yet another bar to continue. So, be right back. Okay, we're back, and now it's asking what desktop environment. I'm just going to go with what it's got for default, which is Mate and Debian desktop environment, standard utilities. All right, cool. So now we've got a desktop environment, I guess, that it's going to try and install Mate. I think it's more hurrying up and waiting. So I'm going to pause again, and I'll be back once this bar is done. This is many bars to watch install. So yeah, you can see installing virtual machines can take some time, but I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, we're still sitting here waiting for a bar to finish going. Um, it's been a while, I don't know, 45 minutes, an hour, and it's still only at 36%. So I don't have time to finish installing this VM right now and finish this video. So I'm gonna call it here. Y'all saw me basically start the installation process. You saw the settings that I inputted in order to get the AMD 64 machine running on the ARM 64 architecture. So hopefully that will help you out, and I would like to revisit this, and see what this VM looks like once it's fully installed and everything, because it should have a Mate desktop and stuff, and I did want to check that out, but it's just taken too long to install. So I think I'm going to just go ahead and cut it off for the moment, and I'm going to play just a little bit of Terraria. I got to finish building one of my teleporters, so I also will throw a little bit of music on, if that's okay. So this is our 24-hour-a-day streaming music channel, which is on YouTube. So go to YouTube, look up Cloud Underground, you'll find our YouTube channel. You should be able to find our live music stream there, assuming everything is running. And yeah, listen to some music. You can play this music in the background of a stream or something without worrying about your stream getting taken down. So it's cool stuff. And Terraria should be showing up here in my recording in a moment. Anyway, oh yeah, there it goes. So we're going to join via IP or take an Yasna. I'm going to do that for a moment and put in my password. Okay, get that back. Make sure my mic is working. Okay, yep, everything looks good. Okay, so here we are in Terraria, and I've still got some stuff I need to sort out after that last bit of a fiasco where I killed myself. It's always very frustrating when that happens, because then there's always so much stuff that I have to work on getting back to normal, which is, yeah, I don't know, it's pretty annoying, I gotta say. So bear with me while I get things back to normal. Cool. Oh, I got the slime hook. Okay. So the cool thing about the slime hook, as opposed to the regular hook, is you can have multiple hooks. Oh, so cool. I've been waiting to get this. So now I've got an extra grappling hook, which I think I was starting to make an overflow bin, but I'll just throw it in here for now. Okay, there's my... trying to get things back to where they should be. Okay, that's pretty close to how I like it. Right there. Go drop off some banners. Alright, now I'm pretty much ready to go again. I'll put my Ruthless Valor back. I borrowed that weapon earlier. Pretty nice yo-yo though. Oh yes, that goes there. That goes there. Wait, which one? Increases tile placement speed. Increases mining speed. We can go ahead and do that for now. Alright, good enough. Good enough. It's still kind of a mess, but... quick stack that, quick stack that. Sell these things and put that here, I guess. I don't know. Alright, seal solidifier, sell a ninja shirt. Okay, we're good now. So I'm gonna finish building my thing and that'll be that. Let's see, how far did I get my wire out here? And I did buy a bunch of wire, so in pretty good shape as terms of wire. Alright. Alright. So I was getting pretty close here. Oh nice, my wasp is clearing the way for me. Alright, got my wire going through there. Running the old wire down. I don't know how high I got it, but obviously not high enough. Ah, there we are. Well, I'd like it not to jog over, but whatever, it's gonna jog over. There it is. It doesn't have to, I guess. I don't know. Ow, that hurt. That was a nasty little fall. My sense of perfection just can't allow this, as stupid as it is. Wow, the reach on this is insane. Let's see, is that where I want it? Yes. How far can I? I can reach these wires for pretty far. Alright, that ought to... Boom, okay. So now I got a switch. And if I go... Now this switch shouldn't do anything. Does... Oh, it opens the door? Okay, hold on, I gotta fix that actually. I don't want it to go through the door. I bet I can just have it go straight up like that. Alright. And now it shouldn't be opening any doors. Yeah. Alright, so now what I need to do is head down here, talk to my electrician lady again, shop, hook up another teleporter. 2 gold, that's all they cost. Ridiculously cheap. I do need another light switch. And that should be everything. Okay. Now. See, and then eventually I can maybe even get rid of all of these platforms I built, because kind of, I don't know. I don't like them. I'd rather they weren't here. Nice, we are now in the space area. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and throw down a teleporter in here. I think right there is good. And then we're gonna bring that up to a switch, which we're gonna put here. Ha 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 ha. So this left switch will take me to the sky, and the right one takes me to the desert house. So that's a nice little... Alright, now I can easily get up to the top. So that's pretty cool. That was what I was trying to accomplish. Easy access to Sky Islands. Now I can get here anytime I want. And I can keep searching for more of them. But for now... Wait, is this a new slime that I don't know? Ah, sparkles! Spork the clumsy slime. Probably not gonna survive that. Oh, it did! Alright, let's go talk to Spork. Whee! Spork's right down here. Alright, alright. We gotta remember to engage rocket boots. Awkward silence. Alright. Well, whatever. Spork's fine. Alright, cool, cool. Well, that's that. I finished building my little teleporter, which is what I wanted to do. So I think I'm going to call it with that today. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I hope that you have a great day. And we will see you next time, and hopefully probably not, well, maybe in the next stream, maybe not, probably not in the next stream, but in one of these next few streams I will hopefully be able to show you that VM fully set up and running, since we couldn't get that far today. It just it just was taking too long. I just didn't have the time. I mean, I literally waited for hours for it to get to the point where it was at, and it was still not done. So yes, be aware, installing VMs can take a very long time. But yeah, again, thanks for being here today. I hope you have a good one, and we will see you next time. So I'm Jordan, and if you want to learn more about Cloud Underground, go to our website, cloudunderground.dev. That's cloudunderground, one word, .dev. So thanks again. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Bye.